This is the Cheese Queen with Life on the Farm. I had a really nice week. I went back to school this week. I work for the school district here in my town. So when I say I'm going back to school, it just means that I'm back at school with all the teenagers. I love it. It's wonderful. I had a really busy day today. I had to clean out barns. I'm getting ready for the babies. Remember the babies? Okay, so I only have like 6-7 weeks until they all come. And I had to totally dig out all the stalls in my barn and fill it with fresh straw. And I had to trim everybody's toenails. And stupid me completely forgot to take any pictures of me trimming toenails because it was just me. I was just doing it. So I'm kind of hot and sweaty and tired and really would like to just go and take a shower, but I have to wait because I got to do this first. So I got my barn all cleaned up. I trimmed, there's 8 does in that shed, in that barn, and there's 4 feet on each one. So I trimmed 32 feet. And some of them just don't want to come into the barn and talk to me. So I have to drag them in and they complain. And then they don't want to leave because there's all this good food in the bucket by their head. So I finally got them all out and I put in the fresh straw and I fed them and got their toes all trimmed. It's very, very nice. They're going to be much happier. And it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be because a lot of the time you go to trim hooves and you never know what you're going to get. It can be really gross. But you have to do it like 2 months before they have their babies because you're not supposed to pick their feet up when they're really, really pregnant. So there's that. And moving on, last night I made pizza. And I make pizza from scratch. So I start with homemade dough. So I have lots of video of that and pictures of the dough as it changes and grows, and you'll get to see all of that. It's really impressive and so delicious. So as you could see from the pictures I have before, the dough starts out looking kind of soupy and it gets thicker and thicker and thicker. And now it just kind of looks like straw almost sitting on the counter. I'm going to knead a little bit and then I'm going to show you another picture. Okay, so hang on. So here I have been kneading the dough for about a minute, maybe a minute and a half. As you can see, it really starts to like shape up and get a nice round shape and hold its firmness. And it gets smoother. If I knead it a few more minutes, it's going to be really nice and smooth. But it's pizza dough, so I don't know if I really have to let it do that very much. So now I think I'm going to coat it in olive oil and put it in a bowl and let it rise in a corner for an hour, and then in an hour and a half I'll have pizza. Hang on. Here goes the olive oil. There we go. Just a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of the bowl. Then you take the dough, roll it around in there, get it all coated. And the reason you do that is so that the dough does not dry out while it's sitting there rising, because the worst thing in the world is dry dough. So once it's all done, I will show you what it looks like when it's all risen. It's really beautiful. So this is the dough that's ready to be spread out on the board, cut into pieces, and turned into an actual pizza. So this is what I'm going to start to do. So I've cut the dough into several pieces so I don't make one huge pizza. That would be too much. And this is my pizza pan. This is the thing I put the dough on to cook it in the oven. It doesn't matter. I don't have to worry about having a cookie plate underneath this to catch all the drippings. I can just put this on the shelf and my dough will be perfect. So this is what I have that's ready to go and be cut up. So I'm going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my really good marble roller and I'm going to roll this out into a really nice piece of dough. So, and there's a piece of something I don't want. I have to make sure I have a really good amount of flour on my counter, otherwise the dough will stick. Hi! So much fun to do this. Really, really fun. The nice thing is it just rolls out into this really nice, thick but thin dough. And it's beautiful. You can see already, it's just beautiful. And the nice thing about this thing is it holds the dough out. So you don't have to keep stretching it because it's got the little edges on it. It just holds it out a little bit further and a little bit further and a little bit further.
Okay.
How do I resume? Go. Hi! So this is what a pizza dough should look like when you're all done and ready for it to go be dressed. It's not dressed yet because it doesn't have anything on it. Stop that. That's really irritating. I wish I could just save that part out. It's okay. So I'm going to dress the pizza, and when I'm finished, I'm going to show some pictures of it before I put it in the oven. And then I'm going to take a couple of pictures of it after I put it in the oven. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye. This is one of the best things that I have to go on the pizza. I make my own ketchup, which is really impressive. It's hard to make ketchup. It takes hours. You have to chop things up. You have to use your Cuisinart. You have to make all kinds of things. You have to chop up onions and bell peppers, and then you have to cook those tomatoes for like, I don't know, 12, 24 hours. It's a long process, but it's really, really worth it. I love the ketchup, and there's the dough. It's all going to go on. So just wait and see. Hang on. So I just put the ketchup on, and I made my husband come in the kitchen because it smells so good. It's like fresh out of the garden smell. It's amazing. So, okay, so this is the pizza. It's going to go in the oven. It's got mozzarella cheese, salami, bell peppers, and red onions. And the dough is made out of organic wheat. So, and it's got homemade ketchup for the sauce. Really, really good. Wait until it comes out. Okay. Okay, so here's my pizza. Oh, it's beautiful. This is my pizza chopping up knife. This is the knife I use for chopping up my pizza. It's a very nice, heavy steel knife. It really gets through. Oh, there we go. Got it halfway. Now I can cut it into quarters. Cutting it into quarters. I'm going to make it into eighths now. And then we're just going to chow down on this big ass pizza. It's huge. Huge pizza. Oh, because I'm all about that pizza. Here we go. Last cut. Giant, huge pieces. If you had more people, you could cut this pizza into 12ths or 16ths. We could take this, right now it's in 8ths. We could cut it into double much and it would be 16ths. But it's just me and my husband. And we are ready to eat dinner. So, wait, I think I got a chunk here that's not breaking up. Wait, I'm gonna slide that around. There we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, there. I got it. It's all broken up into big pieces. I do have one really cute picture of my cat. She's sitting in front of an open cupboard because there's a mouse living in our cupboard and I'm trying to get rid of it. And so I have the door open and she's just sitting in front of the door waiting. Well, it doesn't matter if she's sitting in front of a door or if she's laying on a chair. She still looks like a lump of hair. Okay, there you go. So that's it for this week with the Cheese Queen on Life on the Farm. And I'll try to remember to take more pictures next time. What are you going to do? Life is rough. All right. Have a nice week. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.